Mediocrity is self-inflicted. Genius is self-bestowed. It lies with you. A genius is one who is consciously aware of the light in him, one who lives in the balanced rhythms of the God light. A genius is a co-creator with God. He is the bridge between man and God. The geniuses of the world give us our culture. They uplift mankind. The mystic is one who is more fully aware of the light. He is the supreme genius. Jesus, the one mystic of all time, can never be exceeded, but he can be equaled. The end of the journey of man is to equal Jesus in full cosmic consciousness of the light. On one of these evenings I will tell you the story of the journey of man from the jungle to the light. All mankind will eventually have full conscious awareness of the light, whether he will or not. Even though he walks toward the dark, he must eventually turn and go the other way. He has no choice in the matter. When he has sufficiently punished himself by walking toward the dark, he will turn to ease his own self-inflicted suffering. Each one of us is walking either toward the dark or the light. The decision as to which way you walk is under your control. You are either seeking God or trying to escape from him. The genius or mystic who has found God lives in the world of inspiration. He is always seeking the ecstasy of the light. He lives in that wonderful ecstatic world of aloneness and prefers it. He is never alone, for he is with God, thinking God, creating with God. He is forever interpreting the inspiration of God's whisperings to him, whether they be in musical rhythms, inventions, poetry, or sculpture, or any product of industry. Every man who is inspired to manifest God worthily is expressing the measure of his own genius, whether he manifest it in the kitchen, in the workshop, or in running an elevator. One who is joyously and ecstatically working to the best of his ability to manifest God in him is expressing the genius in him. He is the one who is walking toward the light, the one who is trying to be worthy of the light. The one who is walking away from God is he who does not wish to be alone. He is afraid to be alone with God. He is afraid to be alone for fear he will run into God. He fears inspiration. He fears the inner voice speaking to him. If the inner voice ever so much as gets in a little word, he turns on the radio to drown it out. And if the music is not quick enough, he will seek for jazz, speeches, or advertising. He will turn the dial here and back again, change from one place to another, turn it off and go out for a card game, go to a bar room and drink and seek pleasure for the body, in company with other bodies like him. Such a man is not seeking God. He is trying to escape from God. Such a man is not walking toward genius. He uses every effort to find a way to get away from God the moment he finds himself in danger of being alone with himself. The genius is just the opposite. He seeks the forest, the quietude of nature. He seeks good music, good literature, uplifting things. The great creator I can't pronounce that word, multiplies himself by dividing himself and giving himself in those divided parts to the whole world for its uplift. The one who is walking away from God divides himself by himself. That is the seed he sows, for which he reaps the harvest of mediocrity and failure to achieve eternal values. You who sit in an audience and hear Ramanavach and say, "Geniuses must be born, or there is no genius in me," or hear the music of Beethoven, or any of the music which has the rhythms of heaven in it, the rhythms which make you forget your body as the composer forgot his body when he created it, you who feel thrills up and down your spine while you listen to it are a mirror which is reflecting that genius. His inspiration is being reflected in you. You are being re-inspired by him, and that is the evidence of your genius, whether you perform it or not, or whether you have ever done anything in your life to express genius. When you are thus inspired by another, you are multiplying yourself by knowingly becoming one with other selves. You are unifying your soul with the universal soul through your increasing awareness of the universal soul. The very fact of its reflection in you is evidence of your own inner genius. You love it, and you walk alone afterward to be in the ecstatic aftermath of that wonderful harmony. For days it keeps recurring to you, whispering the reflection of cosmic rhythms back to you. For days they pulse in your heart and become a part of you, a permanent part of you. It is as though they said to you, "Be me, I am the light." The music you heard was the inner voice of the light. It was the door to the light through which you can enter. Wherever you hear good music or see good art, wherever you are inspired by anything whatsoever, and uplifted by it to any extent whatsoever, you are walking toward your own genius in the light and away from mediocrity. However, the fruit of genius does not drop into one's lap. One cannot be a wishful thinker sitting idly waiting for the material manifestation of one's thought. All of the great geniuses I have known have certain traits in common, and not the least of these is a great capacity for work. They find inspiration in their great reverence for nature and a deep desire to be alone. Their awareness of God is born in aloneness with self. Personal contact with such men, and it names a bunch, but I can't pronounce her name, and others among musicians and great scientists and inventors, was living proof to me that these men had unfolded their genius because of their cooperation with God. In their oneness with the Source, they became immune from fatigue, and their inner awareness is portrayed in a seemingly unlimited personal power of accomplishment. Likewise, I too found the kingdom of heaven within me since the age of 7. I have consciously walked and talked with God. Whatever I have created has been co-created with God in that ecstasy of mind which is the unchanging nature of God. Whatever I have achieved is because of the awareness of God working with me as one mind, achieving through me as one thinker. Not 2 or 3 times a day, before and after meals, by saying prayers periodically in words, but continuously, consciously, moment by moment. I do not think I have ever prayed in words. I pray in conscious desire. I pray in concepts of whole ideas, not parts. I never go to sleep at night without consciously thinking that kind of prayer in which I express desire in whole ideas of what my day for the morrow must be. I do not weaken my prayer by trying to find words for it. I keep my desire strong by not thus dividing it into words or into parts. My prayers are communions, not conversations. The night is the most important part of life. We waste our precious nights through not knowing what sleep means and what it is that sleeps. Certainly it is not consciousness which sleeps. It is also certain that there is no such state as unconsciousness. We must know that in order that we make use of our nights, to hasten our journey to our mountaintop and not be limited to the day alone. The day is for thinking and acting. The night is for gaining new knowledge and inspiration for manifesting God in a masterly way. If our thinking is an extension of light within us, our creations are masterpieces, and they must be, because God does not fail us when He inspires us with His mighty rhythms. God does not allow mediocrity to pass through us when the ecstasy of our thinking reflects the ecstasy of His thinking. The wholeness of God's knowing and the rhythm of His ecstasy within us makes us forget all time, forget all body, forget everything but the Spirit within us. By so thinking, we unfold our genius. In like manner, we revitalize our bodies through the inner joyousness of mind, which insulates the body from toxins engendered by fears, worries, and the boredom of monotony.